I just don't want to hurt her anymore.
Come on, Maxine, you promised.
Yeah? Well, why me? It's about bloody time she made the first move.
Because she is an old lady.
She's a narrow-minded old ratbag and I'm not going to crawl to her.
I can understand why Sharon would like him. He's a very striking-looking man.
Who is?
The Reverend Alpha Centauri. I can quite see why people would follow him.
Oh, stop carrying on, Pixie. You haven't even seen him.
His photo, it's in the paper.
What? Let me see that. Wow, what do you know? Good old Matt Thomas. Too bad it's too late to do any good.
Here, you scan it. Well, I'll be buggered. He was a crook, just like you said, Helen.
Well, what's it say then?
It says his real name is James Blackman and that he's conned millions of dollars out of poor drongos who thought he was the ants' pads.
Yeah, well, I never said that.
No, but you would have done if you'd had half a chance.
Will everyone get their money back, Lizzie?
No, he shot through. Isn't it amazing how some poor drongos get sucked in?
I've done it again, haven't I? Reckon the new doc would give me a brain transplant? One I got's not working too good.
Don't blame yourself, Maxine. A hell of a lot of people were taken in by him.
Yeah, but I reckon I need my ears washing out, only what am I going to say to Lizzie?
Oh, if I know Lizzie, it shouldn't be too difficult. I just hope this doesn't hit Sharon too hard when she finds out. She was counting on that bastard to stand up for her in court. Now she's got no one.
Excuse me. Yes, can I help you? You're the building inspector from Public Works? Yes, Barlow's the name. Oh, Barlow, eh? Well, come on, let's go!
What are you doing here? I thought you were having a sickie.
No, I'm fighting fit, Lizzie.
Good, because I'm so glad. I was so worried about you yesterday.
Thanks for not giving us away, Pixie.
Give you away? Well, who to?
And so what about this new doc? Is he really a spunk?
He seems like a very good doctor. You'll have to decide for yourself about his looks.
I already have. I think I'm in love and I haven't even seen him yet.
If anyone's interested, Mrs. Reynolds gave me the school books this morning. First class is after lunch.
Beauty!
Oh, that's terrific. We need something to get us out of this rut round here.
Yeah, and I was really good with the 2 R's at school.
You mean the 3 R's?
No, there was 2 of them. Ricky and Ray. Real spunky little devils with knobbly knees.
I hear it.
Glad to hear everybody's having a good time. Lizzie, telegram for you.
Oh, God, why'd you have to spoil everything, Mrs. M? Those things always mean bad news.
Now, come on, not this time. It's actually very good news.
Mrs. Morris, I've been worrying about Sharon. Is she okay?
Oh, yes, as far as I know. Her lawyer's just arrived.
Why do they always have to make the print so small?
Here, do you want me to read it for you?
Yes, please, Mrs. M.
Right. Was really bowled over to get your letter. Lots of news on its way. Regards, Mick.
Well, I'll be blowed. A telegram. All those miles.
You sly old dog, Lizzie. He sounds pretty keen on you.
Rubbish. It's just an old mate.
Well, you can put it away now, Lizzie. Dr. Collins wants you for a checkup.
Check-up? Oh, I don't need a check-up, Mrs. M. I feel as though I could take on the whole world.
Well, it's doctor's orders.
Well, what do you know? A telegram, all those thousands of miles, you wouldn't credit it, would you? Now the doc, well, I'll have to start beating them off with sticks soon.
Couldn't have happened at a worse time for us. I'm afraid this kind of publicity is bound to have an effect on the jury, particularly as this man appears to be totally corrupt.
I don't believe it. It can't be true.
Well, of course, it's no direct reflection on you. It seems that all the members of the commune were taken in by this Blackman. Just the same, we were relying very heavily on his evidence as a character witness.
If it's true, then I've got no one. I've got nothing left.
Well, it's not entirely hopeless. We have an unexpected ace in the hole.
A witness? Who?
Well, it seems that although Peter Shannon was involved in the deprogramming, his sympathies lie very much with you. He's prepared to help us.
Peter Shannon? But how can he? He's appearing for the prosecution.
Yes, he is, but he told me that he's prepared to testify to the fear and mental anguish that you are subjected to. It might just be enough to sway the jury.
Peter Shannon. I thought he was against me, that he was going to hurt me.
On the contrary, Miss Smart. Right now, Shannon is your lifeline.
You could have knocked me down with a feather when I heard my name on the wireless. I didn't think he'd ever write back, but he did.
Just a moment, Lizzie. Let's see. Not bad at all.
How am I doing, Doc?
Well, considering all the things that should be wrong with you, I'd say you've got the body of a 35-year-old woman.
Yeah? Well, I'd better give it back because I'm getting it wrinkled.
Right. Let's check the big one. Let's have a listen to your heart.
Oh, I don't suppose you'll even be able to find that.
No, what have we done with the stethoscope? Not having too good a day today, am I, Lizzie?
Don't worry, Doc. I'll come back another day.
No, you don't. Now, you sit right down there. We're going to get right through this today. Now, I've probably left it in the hospital. I'll be back in a moment.
You can stop looking, Doc. Well, I'll be back.
Lizzie, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, I was just looking for your stethomajig.
And what have you got there?
Oh, this dropped out of your pocket. But don't worry, I won't tell us. I like a bit of romance myself.
Look, Lizzie, I don't know what you think you saw.
Oh, come off it, Doc. I'm too long in the tooth not to believe my own eyes. Anyway, I think she's a lovely girl and she shouldn't be in here with the rest of us.
Look, Lizzie, I can assure you...
I told you, stop worrying. It's our little secret.
I still don't understand how you could cruel such a sweet setup because of a bloody dog.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly thrilled about it myself. For one thing, I haven't got anywhere to stay now.
Speak to the guys. Sure they wouldn't mind if you stayed over for a day or two.
And that dump, thanks for nothing.
You don't have much choice. Anyway, it won't be for long. As soon as we get the really big bread rolling in, we can get a fancy place together, if you like.
You'll do it then? The hard stuff?
It's what you want, isn't it?
You'd better believe it, lover. I don't intend to live like a pig 1 minute longer than I have to.
Oh, were you going out?
Yes, any problems?
Well, the building inspector's here. I gathered from what he said that you were expecting him.
Damn, I completely forgot. Has he been through security?
Yes, he's been cleared, and I've also double-checked with his office.
You better show him in.
Come in, Mr. Darling.
Mrs. Reynolds, I've got a feeling I'm interrupting your lunch hour.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'm sorry we kept you waiting. I'll arrange for an officer to take you round.
Oh, if it's all the same to you, Mrs. Reynolds, I'd rather go alone. With all due respect, I know what I'm looking for. An escort might just slow me down.
I see your point. Well, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that as long as the women are at lunch, but you must have an escort if there are prisoners around. For your protection, not theirs. Oh, Mr. Barlow, I need a pass key for the security gates, Mrs. Morris. Would you see to that?
Yes, of course. We also have a plan of the prison.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I've got my own.
I think that covers everything. Oh, if you have any questions while I'm out, my Deputy Governor, Mrs. Powell, would be happy to answer them for you.
You've been very kind. I only wish all my calls were this easy.
And then he even told me that my old ticket was in good shape. And as for the rest of me, well, I reckon he was only kidding.
Birdsworth, just shut up, will you?
Well, about time. I thought you were going to starve me to death.
Now that would take years, Smith. Come on, Birdsworth, hurry it up.
G'day, love.